your efforts to get the chemicals that are used by the cartels and the laboratories in Mexico from a little-known city in China, Wuhan. And this was back in 2019, before anyone knew what Wuhan was. Tell us that whole story. What did you do?
Yeah, everyone kept saying that fentanyl was made in China, but there was nothing written about it. And so I just started out Googling buy fentanyl in China, and all these labs came up, and they had contact information for salespeople. So I just started Skyping with them, and I said, I pretended to be a drug dealer. I said, if I were to come to China, could you show me your lab? And a lot of them agreed to do it. And so when I went to Wuhan, yeah, like you said, I had never heard of it. And, it turned out it was like central China, kind of called the Chicago of China, because it's this big population center. There's a lot of really famous universities, including a lot of chemists. And so some of these chemists have been diverted onto the black market. And so I went into these labs. The picture on the screen was the home of a company called Yuan Chung. They actually operate out of this big hotel where the employees live and work. And they were selling fentanyl ingredients. In fact, more fentanyl ingredients than any company in the world. And I got a tour. I talked to the salespeople. They tried to sort of charm me. I got to meet the CEO. And I asked them, how can you justify selling these chemicals? And basically their answer was that it was legal in China to sell these chemicals, even though they're banned in the United States. And that continues to be the problem. These Chinese companies sell them directly to the Mexican cartels, and the Mexican cartels ship them across the border. And, it's this huge problem.
Wow. I'm like, first of all, you don't look like a drug dealer. I don't know. I don't want to be like rude, but it's funny that they were like, whatever, like they didn't care. And I guess, why would they?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what is making stopping this drug trade so hard, is because, first they were, selling fentanyl, that was banned. Then fentanyl precursors, these ingredients, some of those have been banned. Now you get down to ingredients to make the ingredients. And these are chemicals that can be used for anything, for regular chemicals that are totally legal. And so it's almost impossible to stop it.
Tell me a little more about that process. I'm just so amazed, and like, what great journalism to like go there and check. Tell me more about the scene there, the people there. Where do they get the chemicals? How do they ship them? Give me a little more detail on that whole process.
Yeah, I actually also went inside of a Breaking Bad style lab for my book, Fentanyl Inc. And there was, it's kind of like high school chemistry class. There were all these like glass beakers, giant. It also reminded me of the movie Scarface, because there were huge piles of chemicals just sitting on these black lab tables. And it kind of made Tony Montana's pile of cocaine look like nothing. And it really spoke to the volume and the popularity of these chemicals around the world. There are only about 4 or 5 people working in this lab. And like I said, only 2 grains of rice worth of fentanyl can kill you. So they had these 1 kilo bags, like stacks and stacks and stacks of them. And it's a very profitable business. And, so the U.S. has fought back a lot and asked China to get this industry under control. And China's answer is, well, people in China aren't using these drugs. We're not the ones with the epidemic, and the U.S. needs to get its own problem under control.
Hey, Slater Crusaders, thanks for watching that whole clip. We did an hour special on this, and it is mind-boggling, the whole thing, and the depths of this and the vastness of this. It's stunning. Please watch the whole special, and you'll learn so much about like the leading cause of death among 18 to 49-year-olds. How can this be? It's on the First TV app. You can download it for free right now, thefirsttv.com.